So one way I like to think about it is there's a chorus in the forest, and we should be listening, and even better, we're invited to participate in that.
Have you ever been wandering in the forest and you feel a deep spiritual connection? I know I do. And today I'm talking to Bud Mayfield about his perspective, the way he sees the forest.
I'm a scientist, I'm a father and a husband. I am involved in creation care, caring for the environment. But by creation, it reminds me that the natural world has a maker. As someone who has a relationship with him, it reminds me of my motivation for behind why I want to care for the world.
As a filmmaker, one thing I love is getting different perspectives on how people view the forest. And he has a wealth of knowledge.
It's the Appalachian banana. And,
that's what the pawpaw is?
Of the tulip tree blooms. This is an eastern box turtle.
That's how beautiful that shell is.
Yeah.
But beyond just knowledge, he says to him the forest is like a place of worship.
It talks about how the groves of trees were likely man's first cathedrals. The forest being a place where you can shut out the noise, the distractions, really focus on the majesty of God and His beauty being reflected through the creatures, through the trees and the animals, the water, the sunlight, the insects. So in that sense, I think being in the forest can be like a worship service. We are called to take care of it. And so I think that has implications for how we live. I think that's something that can't be prescribed for everyone, but each person should try to answer those questions so that you can be a good steward. There are Christian environmental groups. One that I was exposed to early on is called AROSHA, Evangelical Environmental Network. Ensemble Institute is another. They exist, and there are folks that are very passionate about this. I think our society is becoming increasingly disconnected from nature and from the plants and animals and soils that support us, and we need to remember that we are part of this creation too and have a relationship to the rest of it. So yeah, let's get out there.
What kind of advice would you give for Christians who are new to this idea of their faith and environmentalism being completely entwined?
I would say spend some more time outside. Take a walk, enjoy the plants and the animals like we're doing today. Look at the trees, like really look at them. Get your feet wet in the creek. Just enjoy what God is saying.
Getting into it is the greatest advice that I have heard about that. What are some other avenues that people could take to explore that relationship?
Sure. It doesn't all have to be out in the woods or the wilderness. You can plant something, even in a pot, and watch it grow. Try to grow some of your own food. If you have a fireplace, cut some wood and build a fire. Feel the warmth from that. Put up a bird feeder. See what comes by. Look up the names of those birds in the bird book. But develop a connection and then just let that grow.
I guess there's a calm feeling that you can get, especially when you're alone in the forest and particularly looking up at a tree. For me, something happens. And to me, I'm like, is this part of the peace that passes understanding? Is this feeling that I get, this calm feeling when everything else is difficult? Is this a taste of God's promises to us?
I think one of the reasons that forests have spiritual value is that God is spirit, and He created the world, He sustains it, He upholds it moment by moment, and creation is not just passive in that process. It is actually speaking, singing even. And I think some of the hymn writers of old understood that really well.
Oh Lord my God, when I in awesome wandering across green hills and through the whispering pines, I glimpse your grace in every leaf that's fluttering, the living proof of love and grand design. Then sings my
We are called to do as much good as we can do with the life we've been given. Start with one thing at a time. Maybe a place where you live, or near where you live, what's a special place that you could develop a connection with? And how could it be cared for well, managed well, used well? And I think that's a place to start.
The forest tells the story. How great you are. How great revealed you are.
And if you'd like to see more videos like this, go to myfloridaforest.land.